Hey everybody, Alex here. Welcome back to the final episode of One Last Job. And it's not just the final episode of One Last Job, it's the final episode of Season 2. We've had so many great adventures, so many great guests, and we cannot thank you all enough for joining us on what ended up being a fantastic year of twos. Again, huge thank you to Conan Librarian and to Chris from Carney Sideshow for joining us on the last adventure of the season. We were going to try and do a twos reviews season 2 and twos reviews One Last Job, but unfortunately I don't think we can get our schedules together well enough. But, you know, my own tiny postmortem here, we learned so much from this season. We learned a lot about what it takes to make exciting adventures, what it takes to make funny adventures, and honestly, it was an absolute blast playing and recording every single adventure. Before I go, I want to give a big thank you to Rodolfo, our editor, who's helped me out with these last couple episodes of One Last Job and a couple of the other adventures throughout the season. It's been a fantastic time working with him. We look forward to working with him again for Season 3. So, just a heads up, speaking of Season 3, we're going to take a bit of a break between seasons, right? I have a kid coming up, and really, I'm not going to have a lot of time to work on the podcast for a little bit. So it's kind of a big, major life adjustment. So the period between Season 2 and Season 3 might be a little bit of an extended time, but I promise you, we will be back. Trust me, you'll know, because you'll be asleep and you'll be dreaming, and then somewhere in that dream in the background, you're going to start hearing that weird chiptune theme song of ours, and you'll know the siren call of Season 3 has arrived. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the adventure. All right, we'll see you in Season 3. Enjoy the last episode of One Last Job.
Previously on 2 Weeks, One Shot.
The Grove is only something I've heard about in legends, but we're gonna have to go in smart.
Come on, Mountain Mama. I'm gonna take you home.
I'm gonna schmooze supplies with my sweet moves.
I'm going to start creating a little bait trap. Does anyone want to make Shaq our king of blood here?
We're gonna have a talk about this later, Brian.
You realize that you are coming upon the piranha koi ponds.
We're gonna have to go in guns fucking blazing, y'all. I carry what's referred to as a fish blunderbuss.
A flounder bus.
But you should see him with his fish sticker.
McSnakey, out of nowhere, he just, somehow, all the surrounding alligators, they just got pushed back.
He got that surgery to communicate telepathically with fish.
When he was 5, a goldfish did strangle his father.
Coming out of the edge of the jungle, firing at you across the koi ponds, Vadim Medved.
Ronnie McDonald is going to pull out his classic Barrow-style 1932 M1918 bar rifle with the sawed-off.
Using my knowledge of botany, I'm gonna cover myself in the local flora and try and sneak past the flying fish and the Russian.
Now, the Jaguar Labyrinth, very tricky stuff. We're going to go in smart.
Shaquille O'Neal, King of Blood, was secretly working against the party the entire time?
Yes.
Curse you, Shaquille O'Neal!
As you are moving through deeper into the labyrinth, you're all holding your torches high, but you realize that there are shadowy figures, feline figures, closing in around you and coming up behind and getting closer. You wave the torches, but to no avail. They do not seem particularly afraid. And when you turn to ask Shaq what this means and why the torches aren't working, yeah, he's just fucking booking it. He's just running away from you through the labyrinth.
Look at him go on those tiny little legs.
And you realize that you've been betrayed.
Ooh.
Oh. John, thank you for setting us up with a lovely little betrayal here with Shaq, King of Blood. Normally, this is something reserved for if a character would be going to die. But in the interest of drama and adding into things, we decided that this would be fun to include. as something that happens in the game. So Shaq has officially become an NPC for us here. He is no longer a member of the team helping to roll and achieve successes for all of you. So everyone, please give a big round of applause for John for this stunning top 10 anime betrayals moment. That's Greystar Podcast.
Screw you, Shaq.
Screw you, Shaq.
All right.
And audience, you can tweet just those voice lines at Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes, please tell Shaquille O'Neal how upset you are.
Yeah, please tweet at Shaquille O'Neal. Let him know the King of Blood is not appreciated anymore.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, John, if you got to get going, then absolutely all understanding.
All right. Yeah, we're playing with y'all. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Sorry, I gotta run.
It's great playing with you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no,
See you in the next one, John.
absolutely.
It's all good.
We'll take care of your cats.
You all right?
Yep.
Good times. See you.
All right. So what this betrayal means is
There's something to be said for orphans, because he wouldn't have to deal with that if that baby was just an orphan. He'd keep playing.
I'd tell him that all the time, man. Just leave it on a street corner. He'll figure it out.
Fire station, man. Like, they legally have to take care of it. Just
We
saying.
live right by one. I see it.
all right. So,
Just leave it with your muggle uncle and aunt and be fine.
so Shaq's departure from the team means a couple of things. First off, he is now an NPC and an element in this scene due to his betrayal. So that means I can have him pop up if I need to do the same thing as the element from the last scene. Secondly, what it means is that he is no longer effectively a member of the team, which means that you once again have no one who is the best at blood. So now you could establish someone else on the team as being not as good as Shaq was, but the second best at blood.
A new King of Blood?
The Duke of Blood, perhaps.
Baron of
Or the
blood.
Baron of Blood. That's a fun one.
That's good.
Yeah, alliteration.
Not the Bloody Baron, though. That's something else.
Yeah, very different.
Different.
Thirdly, what it means is that to make up for the betrayal of losing a party member, you do immediately gain 4 successes on the completion track for this
nice.
particular scene, as you are all spurred to, you were guided partially to success as part of the evil plan of your traitorous compatriot. And also, you're spurred to do your best to make up for, to live despite him, because that rat bastard turned on all of you.
God damn it.
And so now, leaderless and guideless and Shaq fleeing into the bowels of the labyrinth, it is up to the rest of you to determine how you're going to make it through this dangerous area.
I want to try to redeem myself with blood again. Like,
Okay.
after just hard failing multiple. And I don't know that my water bending fish like my father was Bruce Wayne by a goldfish. That's what drove me to become Aqua Guy.
Yeah. You know what? I will say, I'll give you a little bit in the form of I will let the legend, or no, that was your scar.
That was my scar. Yeah.
Never mind. The scar would be negative, so I'm not going to apply that.
Bruce Wayne by a goldfish.
Bruce Wayne by a goldfish.
I was going to say the legend of avenging your father's death. Maybe this betrayal reminds you of the betrayal that goldfish did in murdering your dad, but
That's a scar.
But that's a scar, so I won't count it. I won't count it against you.
But yeah, I'm going to pull my fish sticker and I'm just going to run through this thing.
All right. Roll me blood. You do have 2 dice for that, I believe.
Come on, Gribs.
All right.
Unless anyone wants to establish Greebly McSnakey as the new King of Blood.
Oh, I do. For sure. Greeley McStaken deserves it. Ah, yes, that's right. You know, deeply we all know it to be true that Greeley McStakely, with his water powers, his ability to speak with fish, his ability to bring in tons and tons of fish every day, that, well, he is the chosen of it. He is the one. He is essentially the Neo of the cult, the one we've been waiting for the whole time. I've seen him catch a fish in midair using his mind. Just imagine what he could do to a cat.
All right. That's good enough to establish you as the best at blood now. So go ahead and have 3 dice to roll. And I will roll my 2 for our standard danger pool start here.
Fuck yeah, and fuck you. That's a 9, 10, and 7.
Whoa, what a roll!
All right.
Oh,
Nice.
9, 10, 7.
Nice.
Very nice.
Those are all better than what I rolled. So that is 3 more successes immediately
Nice.
onto the track here.
There is no fish spoon, motherfucker. We're doing it.
Yeah, I guess. All right. So yeah, very, very nicely done. That is 3 more successes towards the completion track. As you just are the chosen one, and you're running through and like stabbing at shadow jaguars, and one of them jumps out, and you just put your hand up, and it freezes in midair, and then drops onto the ground.
God, the legend of Gribbly McSnakey is just the lore there is fantastic. Holy shit.
There's a lot of wonderful things happening with it.
that is the sweatshirt right there. That's going on to the Patreon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited for when we start putting together a wiki of all this shit.
Yeah. So yeah, you're running through the labyrinth. Who else would like to contribute towards your attempts here?
Florida Woods gonna roll a shadows, and he's gonna try to sneak through the shadow cats.
All right, go ahead and roll. We have our worst and best, and you're not either of them, so you got your 2 dice.
I got my 2. So 5 and an 8.
The 8 is a success over what I rolled.
Nah, come on.
However, I will bring in your erstwhile
Your
companion
dick.
Shaq as the element to get a reroll.
no.
As you're sneaking through, and you like take one of the side passages to get away from some of the shadow jaguars as you're sneaking along. And as you're sneaking, you see an intersection ahead of you. Shaq, King of Blood, standing there. He's got whatever weapon he was established as having, a revolver. He's got his revolver out, and he's sniffing the air and looking around. And you got an 8, you said?
5 and an 8.
That still beats my highest roll. I got a 7. So he's standing there, and he's sniffing and looking around with his revolver drawn, but he doesn't sense you. And so he continues stalking his way.
Sniffing? Is Shaq known for his olfactory
Yeah,
keenness?
he's the king
Is
of
that-
blood.
Yep.
You're not really sure what's going on with Shaq anymore.
He dunks by smell.
This is clearly not the Shaq that you all once knew, who's betrayed you in this way. But that is another success towards the completion track. So there you go. You guys are well on your way with that +4. You only need 2 more successes to get through this scene.
I'll go. I'm going to use feeling this betrayal deeply, knowing what it means, not just for us, but for the whole cult and for the followers of Scrumulus.
The Scrumbulus.
Can't forget the.
The Scrumulus.
Yeah.
Thank you. Of course. I'm going to use my power of secrets to summon my connection with Scrumulus to call up a spell of protection from the Shadow Cats, the natural enemy of the followers of Scrumulus.
All right, you're casting your ritual magic here. That is a secrets roll.
And I will summon up the prayer to Scrumulus, and I shall say, oh, Scrumulus, well, I never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Scrumulus.
Whoa.
I'm really tempted to take away all of your dice just for that. But
Wait, you're not into musicals in this podcast?
just go ahead and roll. Just roll, Harold.
Okay.
Just roll your dice.
Yeah, we discussed this. No musicals ever, Harold.
Not just no music.
Not
Just
cats.
why that one? Just everything. We can trace very distinctly everything in the last 2 years, starting
No,
right
please.
after Cats 2019 came
Please
out.
stop singing. I have enough to edit out with Country Roads.
Cats 2019 came out and the world went to hell. So
That's right. They did cause Corona.
It's really, that's it. It did cause Corona. I rolled a 10, 8, and a 1.
oh my god, a 10, an 8, and a 1. That is, I rolled a 7 highest. So you get 2 successes and complete the track for this scene.
Hey, thank you, Scrumulus.
Oh, look at that.
As you cast your ritual magic, you offer up prayer unto the
Hell yeah.
unto the Scrumbulus,
The Scrumulus.
and complete the ritual. It involves a lot of like uncomfortable touching. That's the main ritual magic that the Scrumbulus uses.
I mean, that's fair, all right?
Sure. why
It's
not?
all on yourself, but it feels very awkward to do it,
You have to touch your Scrumbulus.
especially in public. I mean, Smarty Pants is right there next to you, and he's watching this whole thing happen.
Oh, he's been there the whole time. I know.
It's very unfortunate, but the ritual magic, you do a good enough job. The ritual magic actually protects the both of you, and you are both therefore able to finish making your way through the Jaguar Labyrinth and the four of you reconvene at the far side. You're casting about for a moment, wondering what might have happened to your traitorous compatriot. And then you hear a cry from behind you as Shaq is yelling out. You suspect that the Shadow Jaguars have finally surrounded and set upon him. And you hear some final cries of him calling out about dropping the Shaq-Nyak and opening up a can of Shaq Fu. But it's not enough to save him from the sound of things.
Oh, a true betrayal. He had the Shack-Knack with him the whole time.
We didn't get that from him.
I guess we're just stuck here with the fishki.
And so, one member of the team down, the four of you press onwards and find yourselves confronting the final step of your quest for the Mustic Mingus, the jungle temple itself, which stands before you.
Oh, man.
Is that me? So I have to do the jungle temple?
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
There are signs of activity at the jungle temple. You suspect now that while you were told that other outsiders had been into this jungle ahead of you, perhaps Vadim Medved was not the only one. You see some tents and some camp signs, signs of camping, and a couple of flags that indicate that these camps are being run by, as it was briefly touched upon at the beginning in our riffing from this adventure, the best villains of all, Nazis. They're here, and they're here for the Mingus.
Whoa. Whoop.
American right wingers.
That's who it is. That's the bad guy.
There we go. Yep, there it is.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Yes. Right on the nose there. It's 2022, guys. It's 2022.
Oh, is that Ted Cruz? Whoa.
Heyo.
Oh my god.
Bring it hot, fast, and hard to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, he's Texas. Anyway,
Now that we have another bit that we need to cut.
I don't mind shit talking Ted Cruz. Anyway,
I mean, not the Ted Cruz bit. We can leave him in.
always shitting at Ted Cruz.
No, we can shit on Ted Cruz as much as we want on this podcast.
Florida Woods, how would you like to plan out this scene?
We've had to face fly traps, piranha koi, shadow cats, and one traitorous son of a bitch Shaq. This wasn't the voice I was using. This is. For this one, boys, we're going in quiet. We need to avoid dealing with these Nazis. And the best way into that temple is sneaking your way through. And that's it. That's what I got. Good luck. I'll see you on the other side.
All right.
Neat.
Give me some fish cake.
All right, bye.
Delicious fish cake. Nom, 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 nom.
All right. So having established that you want to go in quiet, the four of you at the break of dawn, or maybe in the middle of the night, if you're going in quiet and you're trying to sneak, I don't know, whenever you guys want to go in, you figure it out.
I mean, you're the leader here, Forrest. What are we doing, Florida?
Yeah, Florida, what time do you go in? Is it like, we talking like what? Like 10:30 after a nice like brunch situation?
Yeah. Everyone knows Nazis fall asleep at 9 p.m., so we're going in 9:30.
All right.
9:30.
Pretty common German siesta that they all take.
Just 9 o'clock, they're all down. So let's.
All right. So you do suspect they may have at least one guard posted.
Impossible.
Near the entrance to this temple. So who would like to make the first approach?
I'll make the first approach on this.
All right.
I'm going to go back to my tried and true method of palm fronds. This time, maybe I'll get it right. And I'm going to sneak. I'm going to sneak using the shadows in the palm fronds to get in there.
All right. Go ahead.
So I got 2, but I'm going to spend a point of grit.
Okay, you're spending one of your many points of grit
Oh, yeah, dog.
to get 3 extra dice here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's do it.
Make it big, make it count.
That is a 9, a 7, a 7, a 3, and a 1.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to immediately use an element because
You don't have to. Come on.
I don't want you to just bulldoze your way into this.
You dick.
Yeah, I am going to, as you're stepping up, you do hear some muttering as you're moving towards the entrance to the temple in your palm frond disguise. And it's enough, Florida Woods may or may not speak a whole lot of German, but you can recognize a couple of different names that come up here as names of Nazi officers that he knows because he's dealt with them in the past. They are well known for their predilection for sussing out any occult secrets that the Führer might want them to look into.
Of course.
And you recognize their names. Erdmann Glass and Hella Jaeger.
Oh, man.
Which that is actually straight up a name that I got from a generator of like actual German names, just randomly mishmashing them together. And as soon as I saw Hella Jaeger, there's no way I could not use that name.
That's good.
That's Hella Jaeger. He hates Shaknyak. Oh, man.
Hella's a girl's name.
She
Alex,
hates
that's Hella Jaeger, the lady who hates Shaknak.
And Fishky.
Hey, all right.
And you realize that they are there and present, and that may be just enough to throw you off a little bit in your sneaking. What did you roll again?
It was a 9, a 7, a 7, a 3, and a 1.
All right, I blocked one of your successes anyway. You get 3.
Yeah, boosh.
Yeah.
Nice.
As you do sneak right past the guards and the Nazis who are outside, and you find yourself making your way into the temple itself, ever closer to the Mustic Mingus. Who wants to go next?
Good luck, losers. Psh.
I'll go next. Nick Smarty Pants, he's gonna take a different tactic, and he's gonna steal a uniform and try and sneak in as a Nazi.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Hopefully the uniform isn't too comfortable.
I would say, go ahead and roll shadows.
Shadows.
You're sneaking to get a uniform, and then you're lying to get your way in. And you're stealing the uniform itself. Those are all shadows things. And Smarty is also the best of shadows.
Cool, I'm the best at shadows.
Oh!
So this seems like a very good way for him to go about things. Yep.
3 dice. All right. Ooh, that's an 8, a 5, and a 1.
Okay, that is one success
Nice.
on the track, but that one is going to add 1 to the danger pool as well. You do sneak your way in, but about the time that you're getting into the temple itself, you give a little salute to the guard on duty, and he gives you a nod. But right after you make your way in, you do start hearing some people calling out. You hear one of the other Nazis. He comes out and he's like, "I cannot find my uniform. Where is it?"
Is it in German or English?
He says it exactly the way that I just said it. You're not really sure what that means. You start wondering if maybe that guy's also pretending to be a Nazi and doing a really bad job, judging by the accent.
Maybe taking a bold approach.
This is a crowded jungle, I gotta say.
But you did make your way in.
Nice.
All right.
Although things start to seem to be maybe a little bit more on alert behind you.
So we're 4 successes now?
You are currently at 4 successes on the track.
Ooh, nice.
So Greebly McSnakey and Ronnie McDonald can still make rolls.
McSnakey, you want to do this one together? Would you like to do the honors? How do you feel?
Well, you can't do it together. You both need to roll something.
We can do it together,
All right,
Brian.
all right.
We're in the temple now.
We're in the temple. Both of us hate Nazis. These crisp uniformed. Were they wearing uniforms
Yes,
yet?
yes.
What year is this?
Yeah, it's 37. They're in
there.
uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Fuck, they're gearing up.
We're starting to feel a little nervous about it. I get it.
Okay.
Did they host the Olympics yet? I don't remember.
I have family in Poland. I'm not very happy about any of this, okay?
Woof. Okay. It's funny because it's accurate. So we're going to. Blood is still my best one, so I'm going to go for blood again. And I say, what am I going to say? Ronnie, get behind me. I'll cover you.
Oh. I'll take this chance to use secrets. My hidden knowledge of knowing hidden things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which the Nazis are full of them. So right?
Yeah.
Totally.
So.
And I'm going to say to Snakey, hold on there, Snakey. There's a crow's nest hidden here in the temple. You can tell by the hieroglyphics here on the wall. You'll have a perfect angle to shoot them Nazis.
All right.
Sweet.
So the order of these doesn't particularly matter,
Sure.
but narratively it sounds like Ronnie would be rolling first to point out the perfect opportunity for Greebly to find his vantage point. So Ronnie, if you want to go ahead and roll your secrets.
Roll my secrets. Oh, it's a 10, a 9, and a 6.
10, 9, and 6. That is 2 successes.
Hey-o.
As you do indeed read over these hieroglyphics, this ancient language on the temple walls, and discover that, if you go around the side, there's going to be you can climb up to a little sniper nest and get up there and take out some Nazis that way. And so, Greebly, you climb on up there, and you're going to roll blood. Now, I will say that you were asked to go in quiet to give you at least one round of blood that would be quiet. When you climb up in the sniper's nest, you discover that one of the Nazis must have also realized that this was up here. But you do get the drop on him, and you can go hand to hand with a Nazi sniper who's up here.
There's nothing quieter than dead, so...
So I pull out my fish gutter, which I call fish gutter, and I, he's covering his Nazi companions. And I'm gonna full on just fillet this Nazi scum.
All right.
And carve them open like I already said fillet. Fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my fish carver and cut them like a fish.
Yeah. God, everything's fish with this guy.
It's fishes all the way down.
All right, so you go ahead. This is going to be blood, so you get your 3 for being the best at blood. Do you have any legends? Your equipment is the other thing, so that wouldn't apply here.
Unless he's made of water or fish, then
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say that you just get your 3 here.
all right. I got a handful of not ones, and my highest is a 7.
7. What's your next highest?
4?
Okay, so that's only one success, but it is one success that you get, and you do indeed get up there, and the Nazi sniper is none the wiser. You get up right behind him. He has just enough time to start to turn, and you just stick him and split him stem to stern with your fish gutter.
Fantastic.
And by God, you may never have gotten a chance to do it before, or maybe you have. We don't know everything about Greebly's past, but gutting Nazis doesn't seem all that more difficult for you than gutting fish. And you drop him onto the ground and take up his rifle, and you're up there ready to cover in case anything starts to happen down there.
Yes.
Nice.
Perfect.
Not a bad sign.
Now that we're here finally in the final scene of the thing, I get to explain a couple things that I can do with the danger pool.
Oh no.
First off, at the end of every round, the danger pool automatically increases by 2 dice. So it is going from 3 to 5.
Whoa. Shit.
Oh, my God.
However, the other thing I can do is I can sound the alarm as the game master. And what that means is that I get to, mechanically, what it means is that I get to roll all of the dice in the danger pool, and each die that shows a 6 or more adds 1 die to the danger pool. So it's a potential to either increase it by nothing at all or drastically increase the size of the pool.
Yikes.
The second thing, and then narratively, what that means for me to sound the alarm can vary from scene to scene. It basically just means that the danger, the overall threat level of things is creeping up. And so what it's going to mean is that inside the temple, those of you who snuck inside, as you're heading in, you start to realize that not only is there the Nazi encampment here, but you hear the sounds of gunfire from within the temple. And you realize that there's probably both mystic guardians of the Mingus as well as your Nazi enemies in here. The danger inside is much more than you may have thought. Outside, those of you who are outside hear the distant sort of muffled gunfire from inside the temple, and you see that the Nazis down below are starting to rouse from their slumber. The siesta is over early because they hear there's some shit going down, and they realize they gotta maybe start doing something about it. So let me...
In German, it's the
Go ahead.
Das Siesta.
Yeah. Das siesta is over.
East. Oh, fair.
All right, so I rolled
They don't have V's.
only 2 dice, show 6 or higher, but that is still 2 more dice into the danger pool. And so our danger pool is looking pretty decent at the moment.
So what's the danger pool then?
The danger pool is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
Damn. All right.
Time to use your grits, boys. Ooh.
Let's do it.
And some
Yeah,
legends.
you all got a fair amount, and you can, plenty of you still have room for legends and equipment to be established. So go for it.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah, McSmarty Pants. I know your true potential is waiting to be tapped.
This is it.
With a grit, I have 1 legend.
Oh, that's right.
And 1 equipment. How many equipment can we have?
You can only have 1 piece of equipment.
Okay. All right. I need some scars, though, I think.
Yeah, I don't know that any of you have any other than Greebly. I think Greebly's the only one with any scars
Just the fisherman.
I don't have any legend scars or equipment, so
established. And scars are a good way to get like 1 free success on your attempt.
I can't believe he emotionally scarred me of all the scars I was prepared for.
Killed by a goldfish, huh?
I'm ready. You lost your father. No!
You haven't been the same ever since your dad got strangled by a goldfish. Like, I mean, you're right. Yeah, that'll fuck someone up.
You think time will heal that sort of thing, but no way.
They're not going to be the same after that.
True.
All right, round 2. Once again, there's no set order for people to be doing things in. The leader can go first if he wants to.
Who's the leader of it? Am I still the leader?
It's you.
Oh.
You're still the leader. Florida Woods is the leader.
It's you, buddy.
You know what? It sounds like shit's going down. So Florida Woods is gonna go around Metal Gear Soliding Nazis and CQC click kind of stuff. So blood, and I'm spending a point of grit.
All right, you're rolling blood to beat up these Nazis, and you're spending a point of grit to do it.
Yeah. So it's a total of 5 dice.
All right.
You have a legend left too?
I don't have a legend.
Now we can wait till
Yes.
he fails to
Yeah.
call out
Yes,
the
you
legend.
can wait until he rolls
Okay.
to establish the
Yeah.
legend, because it gives him a re-roll along with the extra die.
All right. That's 9, 5, 5, 7, and 8. Pretty good roll.
Nice.
You are currently tied. I rolled 2 9s. So you would have to deal with the tie options twice in order to get a success on this roll.
Okay, and in that
The tie options, to reiterate,
Yes.
are you can what am I doing?
so I can do something stupid or I can get myself hurt.
Yes, you can do something stupid, you can get yourself hurt, or you can back away. And now might be a good time to mention there's another thing you can do with successes on rolls that we haven't done yet because you guys absolutely have not needed to once in your lives. But rather than adding successes to the completion track, which is pushing on, you can also, with your roll, decide to hold them off, which means every success you get, every die that you have that's higher than my highest in the danger pool, reduces the danger pool by 1 die. So if the 7 dice that I'm rolling seem like a real rough time to you guys, instead of working towards the successes of the completion track, you can try to reduce that pool a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then I think I will get myself hurt, but in doing so, hold them off.
Okay. Now, are you getting yourself hurt twice and taking 2 points of losing 2 stamina
Yes,
to do
I
this?
am.
All right.
For the Mingus.
Nice.
Brave man.
What I will say is that there's only a couple of Nazis who would really be the proper opponents for Florida Woods to be facing in CQC combat, Metal Gear Solid style, and taking 2 out of 3 points of stamina damage. Florida Woods, do you find yourself embroiled in a fist fight with Erdmann Glass or with Hella Jaeger?
Jaeger for sure.
All right. Remember, everyone, beating up women is okay as long as they're Nazi women.
Oh boy.
In Fantasy Citizens, totally fine.
No, you're like trying to get the drop on these Nazis, and you see one up ahead, and you drop down behind, you throw out a punch, but it's Hella Jaeger, and she spins around and parries it, and you're suddenly engaged in furious fist-to-fist combat, punching and kicking and all this stuff at each other.
My kind of woman.
And you take a few hits, but you know that you've got her distracted, and so you're going to remove 1 from the danger pool in order to do that. What was your next highest after the 9, actually?
7. No, 8. 8 was eyes.
And then after the 8 was a 7?
Yeah.
So you actually got, once you remove these 9s, my next highest is a 6.
Nice.
So you could actually remove, do you want to remove 3 from the danger
Yeah.
pool? And drop it back down
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
low?
For sure.
All right, cool.
Nice, dude.
You take 3 whole dice out of the danger pool as you begin your furious combat with Hella Jaeger,
Banana. Nice.
bringing the danger pool down to 4 dice instead of that 7 that I had just gotten it up to. God damn it. All right. Who wants to go next?
Can I just ask, what are the objectives we're supposed to do? Fight the Nazis and
You're basically trying to get to the Mingus, and you can do that with any...
can we see the Mingus?
No, you don't know exactly. It's somewhere in this temple, so you're trying to get through the temple to get to it.
Okay.
Do we even know what the Mingus looks like?
You'll know it when you see it.
Of course.
It looks like Brian.
It's just Brian.
As established at the beginning of this adventure, the Mustic Mingus speaks for itself, and I don't need to tell you twice how important it is.
True.
So I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, say that again?
It speaks for itself. The name speaks for itself.
I got you. You did it twice.
No, I'm telling you the name speaks for itself twice. The rest I'm leaving out.
I win.
I'm gonna take away your dice. I'm gonna double the danger pool just for you. Keep it up, bud.
I still win, Brian.
For McSmarty Pants, I guess I still have the uniform on.
That's true.
I'm gonna try and search for information, I guess. Like, Z Geheil. Where is this Mingus?
That's really good. I like that. Yeah, no, that's gonna be secrets.
Sure.
All right. So is that? Hold on. I'm not the worst. There's just 2.
Yeah, that would be 2 for you, unless do you have any?
Can you preemptively use grit?
Yeah,
That's the time.
Okay, I'm gonna.
that's normally how you do. So you're gonna spend a point of grit.
Yeah.
All right. So you have 5
What does
dice
that
to
add?
roll. It adds 3
5.
extra dice to your roll.
Nice.
So you got 5 total to roll against my 4.
All right.
Lami. Get him.
Okay, I got. Ooh. Okay. Oh, got 2 10s.
Nice.
Whoa!
A 9,
Mhm.
7, and a 2.
Pretty good.
Damn.
Pretty good.
All right, the 2 10s and a 9 all beat my highest roll of a 7. And I've already used my element for this scene, so that's just 3 more successes. I'm assuming you're putting those towards the completion track.
What else can I put it towards?
You can take away from the danger pool and leave me with 1 die.
Oh no, I'll put it towards the completion. Yeah.
All right. All right. So you guys now have 10 marks on the completion track, which is very close to what you need to finish this scene. So yeah, you catch Erdman Glass. You catch the other one, and he is distracted, having just finished off a beast so hideous and awful that I cannot possibly describe to you how hideous and awful it was, par for the course in 30s Pulp Fiction of terrible eldritch beings. And so he is clearly, his mind is still like warped by the fact that he has just come face to face with this thing, and he spins around when you give that wonderful display of deception and performance, and he turns around and he's it's this way, follow me. And he reloads his MP40, waves for you to follow him. I don't think they actually had MP40s in 37 yet, because it'd be from 40, but he reloads his gun and waves for you to follow him. His Nazi gun that they have.
MP37.
Yeah, the MP37 that he has.
Okay.
And you run off, and he waves for you to follow him deeper into the temple, closer to the Mingus.
Okay.
Yeah, let's.
All right.
Do we know how many successes we need, or is that secret?
We do still have.
How many more do we
You
need?
need 2 more.
Whoa.
I will give you
All
that
right.
information. You only need 2 more to finish this.
Yeah, Mr. Fish.
I got this because I don't think I've gone yet.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You have not.
So are there still Nazis here?
Yeah. Always.
Always.
They've been breeding.
I mean, I'm gonna. You know what I've still got?
Boy.
I've still got my cooler full of piranha bait that I didn't actually use
That's
as
right.
I beefed
course.
my own task.
Yeah.
We just shot the fish instead.
And my cooler full of piranha bait is just smaller piranhas.
As it naturally is.
So I'm naturally they're angry predators.
Yeah.
So I am going to upend my cooler of smaller non-flying piranhas as I jump down with my MP37 in one hand that I've taken from the sniper and my fish gutter in the other hand. I'm just all out like bloody Rambo final stage style here.
All right. Rad. I'll say this is blood because you're trying to hurt them with your jumping and terrorizing them and
Yeah.
dropping piranhas on them.
Go with what you know. I've gone full like shark mode, eyeballs rolled up into the back of my head.
No, yeah.
Just full blown.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's the 3 on the blood.
That is the 3 on the blood. Do you want to spend a point of grit for 3 extra dice?
Yeah.
All right.
Just another Tuesday night for Gribbly
I'll
Mistakey.
take one of those. Yeah, this is a very familiar scene for Grievely McSnakey.
Right.
Oh man, that's a badass roll. A 10, 2 9s, an 8, 6, 6.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And then a couple 3s.
All right. I rolled 110, so you take 1 point of stamina, but like you had 3, so you're fine. And practically all of your other dice beat my highest.
Sweet.
So you just come down in this rain of blood and piranhas and fury, and the Nazis who are starting to head into the temple are entirely cut off. They're screaming as these small fish are biting them and chomping on their flesh. You're gunning them down. It's like the scene from the end of Inglourious Bastards, except instead of being in a theater, you're in the jungle, and instead of everything being on fire, it's just piranhas. Which frankly would make for a really cool movie in and of itself.
Right?
And yeah, it's just utter decimation of their forces. And meanwhile, inside the temple, Florida Woods, you finally finish your hand-to-hand combat with Hella Jaeger and give her a good, I don't know how you want to finish her off, but you do. You knock her out. She collapses onto the ground. Smarty Pants, who had been following behind Erdman Glass, right as you're getting, he turns around and he's like, "This is the room. This is where the Mingus is," and you just like smack him in the head, and he collapses onto the ground. It's pretty dope little move.
Nice.
And yeah, you guys realize after that is all over that you are able to convene at the very door to the room that contains the Mustic Mingus.
Mingus.
The four of you.
Mingus.
All right. Would we...
Oh. I'm gonna use my secrets ability.
No, you don't know how to roll anymore. We're done. We're done with the action scenes.
No. I'm gonna use my secrets ability. I'm gonna look at the hieroglyphics because I know the hieroglyphics. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna notice what they say. I'm gonna turn the group and say, guys, we messed up. This is the wrong temple. This is the temple to Dingus. It's not the Mingus. We must have taken the wrong turn.
That is the fourth time, and I keep telling you, I'm not coming on these missions no more. Not like this.
Keep making this dang niggly mistake, man. It's the same thing we did in the Congo.
Mingus, dingus, does it really matter? I mean, like...
You know what, man? Who can tell the difference, right?
What's that door over there to the left? Oh, that looks like... Look, that's the Mingus.
I see.
We've been going in the dingus.
Minguses and dinguses. Got it.
That door opens and who steps out but Joseph G. Atterbury, tossing his hat and saying, "All right, boys. Congratulations, I'm glad that we made it this far. Now, did I heard you say, and I didn't catch the first word of the first letter of the word, but I heard the syllables Ingus. Now, I assume that was you celebrating and saying that, congratulations, we made it. Here, beyond this door lies the musty Mingus. That's what you said just now, right, Ronnie?"
Yes, I did, oh faithful cult leader. Whatever happened to your wife? Did you send her away to a hospital? Is that what you said to us?
I told you never to talk about it. Nope. I thought it was going to be a vague thing that we could actually play off of, but instead we got way too real too fast. Now we have to...
Sure, fun editing going into that one.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, we did it, right, boys? That's the Mustic Mingus right on the other side of this door.
After you, Atterbury.
Yes?
This door right here. And I point to the dingus.
Quite frankly, I'm not sure I like the way that you're phrasing this. It sounds like
That's how I always talk, attaboy.
No, Florida Woods. We've known each other a long time, and I know that you don't normally talk that way.
Just go get the Mingus, you dingus!
Did you say the dingus?
No,
Is that what's behind this door?
No!
Dingus is my pet name.
We wouldn't do all this work for that.
I should hope not, because the dingus is going to, I mean, that's a terrible antithetical artifact to what we were looking for, and if any members of the Cult of the Scrumulus were to go into the presence of the dingus, I mean, the Dustic Dingus is well known to immediately destroy any followers of the Scrumulus that go into its presence.
You first.
All right, well, if you boys are certain about it, then I'll go in and claim our prize.
Yeah.
And Joseph G. Atterbury goes up to the door and he opens it up and is immediately dissolved into ashes. Crumbles to the floor.
Badass.
Well, looks like we're gonna need a new cult leader.
I nominate Shaquille O'Neal. No, shit.
All right, and that's where we'll end the adventure for tonight.
We did it. There's an actual end.
Hey, there's an end.
There we
Look at
go.
that. That's an end.
Woo.
We did it.
All right.
Oh my God.
Woo.
We did it.
And we didn't rush our asses off to get to it.
God.
Hey.